A week out from the Derby, we're at Sha Tin for a 10-race programme, 7 on the turf and 3 on the all-weather. The feature race being the Singapore Turf Club Trophy. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win, your one-stop shop for Hong Kong racing. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by Paul Lally, our former analyst, and race caller Brett Davis as well. Brett, we'll come back to the Derby. Let's start with Sunday's programme first. The feature race, some decent sprinters going around there.
There are, Andrew. Yeah, it's a smallish field, and obviously born in China, his performance last start at Happy Valley was simply outstanding. So he's going to be the very interesting runner in the race because overall his record at Sha Tin is not that good. Can he transfer it eventually to Sha Tin? We'll have to wait and see. One or two very interesting newcomers as well.
Certainly. I know jackpots to speak of this time, Paul, but there's newcomers, and I know you love a bit of action on the dirt.
Yep, no, really looking forward to the dirt racing, and there's a really good race number 3, so coming up nice and early. And Harmony Hero's the one you've been alluding to as well. The first starter is 1,200 odd pounds, and he's looked pretty good in his trials leading into this particular contest. So all in all, no jackpots, but some really good even racing, I think.
Last show, we were talking about the Derby, the possible inclusion of Ping Hai Sty could be the X factor. He's in, and he's trialled as well at Happy Valley. Looked good.
He is, and he does look good. Yeah, very interesting to see that he's had another trial over the longer journey as well, just to try and get a few extra sort of Ks into the legs, because that's the big query, isn't it? 1,400 metres up to 2,000, but he is the X factor. Barrier draw coming up Thursday will be crucial for a number of horses, but probably not so for the one that I think I'll be tipping.
All right, and yeah, it could all still change though, couldn't it? If the fancied horse is drawn wide.
Yeah.
And the likes of the Golden Age, the ones on speed are drawn low, gives them a massive advantage.
Yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 horses, or 3 in particular, that could be favourite on the day. And a lot of it's going to become down to barrier draws, I think, because they've all got different credentials to actually win the race.
Yeah, nothing I like more draws 13, Singapore Sling 14. A few other owners licking their chops if that's the case.
All right, you're not prepared to put your tip out there just yet?
I'll be tipping Exultant.
Okay.
Yep, win, lose or draw at the barrier draw.
Exultant for Brett. We'll get on to Paul later on. Let's concentrate.
Yes, let's get on to Paul later on.
Sunday's programme and the scratchings first. A few actually here. Good methods. Danny Shum's runner is out, so Vara Pearl. Zach Purton just switches across there for Michael Freeman. That's race number 1. Race number 3, that's the first on the all-weather. King Genki's out, not replaced. Small field there. And race number 6, Biz Power scratched as well. And race number 9, Farshad. Saddlecloth number 1 is now be worn by a Magic Power with Keith Young in the saddle. So those are the scratchings as we stand. We get straight into Sunday's programme. Just confirmation there. 7 turf, 3 all-weather, C+3 course. Of course, the rail will be true for next week's Derby. Opening event, Class 5 over the 1,400 metres with Flying Noble dropping into Class 5 company for the first time, as is Happy Happy and Tawny as well. Happy Beauty was the last start winner course and distance. Sky Raider down into Class 5 but goes from 1,000 up to 1,400 metres. Winning Boy, the 9-year-old's third course and distance on his last 2 starts. And down to Dong Wong Choi, who was third behind Happy Beauty last time. He's got barrier 14 though here.
Well, Rich City Fortune's the only noted real pace in the race, but 1,400 metres does stretch his legs a little further than they like to go, but he could set up the speed. Flying Noble from 5, you would think, would posse up very handy for his first run in the grade. There's 1 or 2 there that are out wide in that picture that may have to press forward. Ambitious Speedy primarily, I think, be one of them, and maybe Don Wong Choi.
Well, here is Ambitious Speedy, and you'll see he's got blinkers. He hasn't got blinkers on this particular piece of work, but he is putting the blinkers on race day, so he'll be focused up. So you might be right, Brett. He might. He won't want to be stuck wide anyway. So he's one that could go forward over the 1,400 metres. Fair Comment. He moves nicely down the back straight. Comes in here with a lightweight because he's getting right down the ratings now. 26. Interesting. Alvong did the work on him, but Berto Rispoli will jump on for race day for Fair Comment. And one of the other ones we'll look at is Cash Courier. Alberto Santa's done most of the work on him, and he's got the blinkers back on as well. So his work's been pretty good leading into this contest. His win has been at Happy Valley, though.
Right, OK. Well, we started with Ambitious Speedy there, so let's start with him in our first replay as well. Down the field here behind Happy Beauty, who wins, and Dong Wong Choi comes up 3rd here, but he's much worse off at the gates this time.
Yeah, that's a problem for Don Wong Choi because he's racing well, just an awkward barrier, but if that can be offset by the handling skills of Chad Schofield, then he's a chance in the race. It is Class 5. I have to admit, the way Happy Beauty won here, a repetition of this would probably see him go close again.
Yeah, that's a question mark. He won impressively on the dirt and then he couldn't back it up. He's won impressively now here on the turf, so it'll be interesting to see if he can back up. I put him in on a place line.
They don't generally in Class 5, but good effort.
All right, that's 2 wins. They've been well spaced, haven't they, for him? Winning boy, still enjoying his racing at the grand old age of 9. This is him third. Back on the 28th behind Golden Cannon. Yeah,
he's had 71 starts here in Hong Kong for 3 wins, but he has had 21 placings, so he's quite consistent on a place line. And he's been placed in his last couple of starts. This is a similar type of race. I think he can be placed again. I don't think it's a stronger race.
I wanted to find a spot for him, Paul. His last win was 2 seasons ago. I remember it well. He did me a favour at 25 to 1. Those types of horses you do have a lot of loyalty for, but I just struggled to sneak him in the first 4, but he won't be far away.
Favourite is a horse we haven't looked at yet, Paul, Flying Noble. Does he figure for you?
Yeah, I think he'll win. I think he's on top. He comes down to Class 5. He raced early in the season. He ran second off 45. He's been racing in Class 4 and he hasn't been far away in Class 4. Ran 5th behind Grade 1 last time. Drops into this grade and he looks too good for these, I think. So I've got him on top. Winning boys consistent. Happy Beauty did win nicely last time. We'll give Cash Courier a chance with the blinkers on. I think he is better at Happy Valley, but I think it's a weak race. I think he can still finish off into a placing. 1, 11, 7 and 13, but if I had my hard-earned cash, it would be on the 1.
Well, it certainly is hard-earned when we're talking about you, Paul Lally, no doubt about that. I've got him on top as well, Flying Noble. It's interesting that he ran 3rd in a recent trial behind Royal Performer, who's a runner later on in the day that hasn't been to the races for many months, and both of them create some interest. I think this one will be hard to beat. I'm going to actually go here with a lot of the horses dropping in grade. Tawny is, Happy Beauty's the last start winner, and Happy Happy's the other one that drops in grade. So 1, 5, 7, 3. I'll play a trio with the 1 as the banker, and I'll sneak in Cash Courier as Paul did, just from that lower gate and blinkers back on.
All right, yep, Flying Noble for me, so clean sweep for him. But I do like that Happy Happy as well, Brett. I think he's quite an interesting runner.